Back from leave, and what a leave it was. Girls up and down the Champs-Élysées, girls all along the Seine, girls in every cafe and nightclub still open for business. Unfortunately, old Farah put a dampener on things the very hour we got back, when he demanded a full company short arms inspection. Needless to say, most of us were uncomfortable. The rest just plain humiliated. Haven't been checked out that closely since boot camp. Good grief, it was only Paris. Back to work today, strafing the front. How quickly one remembers what was so easy to forget. Same old Verdun. With our troops advancing, we flew in low to scatter the enemy regiments that had exposed themselves in their own paltry attack. Patrolling Verdun this morning, I'm starting to realize how much the trenches are haunting me. I've got friends out there rotting in the musty earth, and the war is still no closer to ending than the day I volunteered. With all the military brilliance on our payroll, someone must know how to break this stalemate. Maybe we weren't the only flying fools. With plenty of fuel to burn, my sortie of four spotted two Fokkers challenging us dead ahead. Fritz hadn't just become cocky, he'd become a Dummkopf. found something interesting in a French newspaper, though I hardly know enough French to sing around of Frère Jacques. They're running box scores on all us pilots. Farah says they're only doing it to keep attention off the carnage at Verdun, but I still like the idea. We're bombing a train at Strasbourg today. Won't run up any box scores, but hopefully we'll run some box cars flat off the tracks. With an off-key chorus of Frère Jacques stuck in my head, I began dodging Archie as I approached the rumbling tracks. Humming along, I dove in rhythm and began gaining on a Hun crate. Four of us are about to go on the dawn patrol to Verdun. We've started to get things under control there, but now we've got trouble at the Somme River. Hostilities have erupted following a massive Allied offensive. Already there's talk that this new battle could be as drawn out as our current deadlock. No orders for our transfer, but we can expect them soon. With 3 Eindeckers in front of us, I thought not of the Somme, but of seeing my name in the newspapers. I just hoped it would be in a glowing war report and not in the obituaries. The French are celebrating Bastille Day and the champagne is flowing, though we'll soon be taking a break from the festivities to bomb the Sarrebourg aerodrome. Georges Guinemer, whom reporters have made the toast of Paris, is supposed to give a speech here tonight. I hope when I get home I'm half as popular as he is. Bet he never has trouble getting the girls to take notice. No storming of the Bastille today. Dodging Archie left and right, we sighted the Sarrebourg airbase and rallied to raze it to the ground with incendiaries. It's late afternoon as I write this, and we still have one patrol to go. This week we learned that Immelmann is not the only great German pilot out of the air. According to the papers, the Kaiser has assigned Bölker to a training tour of Turkey. Guess Germany couldn't afford to lose two greats. Still, I wonder how the Luftstreitkraft can function without its renowned leaders. Coming out of the clouds with our engines at idle, my partner and I had the clear advantage as we snuck up on two monos. I pulled my throttle forward and prepared to open fire on the iron cross rudders. I'm glad the weather is improving. Spring has at last turned into summer, so we don't have to worry about the cold for a while. What we do have to worry about is the Somme offensive, which from all I can tell isn't going too smoothly. We also have to worry about the incessant enemy supply trains. At midday we're going to bomb the line northeast of Nomini. So much for the blooming trees. Any time to enjoy Nomini's green hills and flowering pastures. The train we'd targeted was swiftly slipping out of range. We needed to level it quickly and efficiently. I'm glad the weather is improving. There wasn't any time to enjoy Nomini's green hills and flowering pastures. The train we'd targeted was swiftly slipping out of range. We needed to level it quickly and efficiently. The Battle of the Somme is becoming more heated. British and French troops are now advancing between Delville Wood and the river. I can't imagine it'll be long before we're called up. Later today, 2 of us are escorting a bomber deep into enemy territory near beach. We're not to return until the bomber has an unobstructed route. Could be rough. As 2 Fokkers emerged from the fog below us, my partner and I knew we'd face more at beach than mere babysitting. The enemy didn't just want our ward, they wanted us in their trophy case. Geniuses at HQ sent us a beauty for today. We're supposed to strafe a munitions train near Metz. Bombs are in short supply, so we'll have to do it with bullets. Great. They run out of bombs, but want a bombing mission, so they send us anyway. Guess it's pretty easy to strafe a train from behind a desk. Pencil pushers really get on my nerves. Whoever came up with this idea of strafing trains should be court-martialed. Bullets bounce off trains. It was going to take a lot of hits to get this one off the tracks. Didn't mean to sound bitter in yesterday's entry. Guess I was a bit tired. Even more tired than usual. Hardly slept at all last night. Thinking a lot about home. Wishing I were behind the wheel of Dad's Model T instead of going up daily in these death crates. Anyway, our new bombs arrived thanks to General Trenchard, and we have orders to make use of them on the Metz aerodrome. Sighting the oft-bludgeoned aerodrome, I readied my parcels for special delivery. With the fall of this base, the territory underfoot would soon be in the bag. The skies have been almost silent. Belka is back from Turkey and quietly reorganizing the Luftstreitkräfte to counter our offensive on the Somme. No contact with the Hun for days. Eerie. We're scheduled today for one of our last patrols over Verdun. I don't want to face the Colonel without a victory. As we approached the war-torn fortress city, we were saddened to see our battered men still dug into their positions. The three of us split up as a single attacker tried to add our hides to the landscape. Farah has been preoccupied, and I'm sure there's something weighing on his mind. If I were a gambling man, and I don't know a pilot who isn't, I bet it has to do with the runner who brought today's orders. He'd just come from the Somme, his shredded uniform a blood-soaked sponge. Like good soldiers, we're waiting to be called there as we continue to obediently patrol Metz. The Solfokker in front of us wasn't much of a reason for being here. Since there was 4 of us and 1 of him, we were obliged not to fire. Yet I had a funny feeling he wasn't alone. Farah is chewing through a lot of cigars these days. We seldom see his face without a helmet of dark brown smoke. Last night at dinner, the stench nearly made me sick. According to our latest orders, there's an old stone bridge at Metz that the Germans have heavily barricaded as a crossing point for supplies to the front. This morning we're off to bomb it. No one but a pilot knows how good it feels to see an enemy bridge collapse. Nor can anyone but a pilot know how frightening it is to see an enemy bridge buttressed by anti-aircraft guns. This morning's mission to bomb the train station at Sarreburg will mark our final foray in this sector. Farah has given the word that we're packing it in and heading to the Somme, to a new aerodrome near the town of Amiens. Will I miss our tidy little bastion here at Luxeuil? No more than a fox misses his den after it's been ravaged by hounds. Au revoir, Verdun. Spotting the Sarreburg train station, I knew that HQ was using our leverage to cut off the transport of German troops. Bombing it was key to opening the lines so we could move to new terrain.